Turning now to a stunning command. President Trump, at least his Pentagon, ordering the Pentagon to shut down Stars and Stripes, a newspaper that has been serving our troops since the Civil War. The Pentagon has until the 15th of the month to submit a plan for dissolving the paper, along with a timeline for vacating federal-owned and leased space around the world. Right now, a coalition of Republican Democratic senators, including Lindsey Graham, by the way, are calling on the Department of Defense to reinstate funding. Here now to weigh in on this move is Newsmax's own Tom Basile, the host of our new show, America Right Now, which premieres tomorrow. No, you've been on before, right, Tom? This is not you were on the past couple weekends, right?
It's our 1 month anniversary.
Yeah, that's
tomorrow. So
yeah, absolutely. So what do you think of this? Because it sure is strange timing.
Yeah, now look, I used to work at the Pentagon, and I know it's a really big building with tens of thousands of people, but this is ridiculous. And the idea that the Secretary of Defense that they let this come out now, what did they think was going to happen? I mean, it's been a chorus all day of Republicans and Democrats coming out blasting this, and the Pentagon has said that this is about saving $15 million.
Oh, for goodness sake!
Pentagon, which is
15
nothing.
million.
Which is,
wait a second, Tom. Wait a second. The government just spent 15 million right there. So go ahead.
Right, exactly. Exactly. So, I mean, the bigger problem with all of this is that every time that the White House has to spend any amount of time talking about an issue like this, talking about the Atlantic article from those unnamed sources, regardless of what it is pushing the president off message. That is a time that the president and the White House are not talking about Joe Biden wanting to raise taxes, kill jobs with the Green New Deal, or any other issues in this campaign. And they really have to try to resist that temptation as much as possible. But it's not going to be easy. I think they're going to get a lot of curveballs like this thrown at them over the next couple of months.
Yeah, let's speak about that curveball, that Atlantic thing, where the president was quoted as calling the people in military soldiers who were killed, soldiers, Marines, called them losers. Now, I don't believe a story like that until I hear somebody say that. Having said that, like you said, now they're on the defense. They have to respond to that. Now, he's denying that vehemently.
Yeah, and Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who is apparently part of that conversation, has come out and said that it never happened. Other people have said that it never happened. But again, the president took to Twitter to talk about his comments with respect to John McCain. And again, they tend to get really off message, and they have to resist the temptation of that. When you look, Bob, at what Biden has done over the last 2 weeks, is he is stuck to primarily three main message points, right? America is fundamentally racist. We need to do something about it. Trump is responsible for the riots and the school closings, and he's botched COVID-19. And he is stuck to those. Now, you can buy that or not. You can believe what he says or not. But the White House and the Trump campaign have to try and move on from these distractions as quickly as possible in order to drive a consistent message that resonates with voters.
Well, recently there was a poll that showed that within the military, at least this particular poll, showed that actually Biden had 41% support, the president 37%. And we all know typically in the military they tend to be right of center, and that doesn't mean that this is accurate or right or whatever. But but what's going on with Stars and Stripes doesn't have anything to do with that, because I think the budget issue itself was put in back in February. I think that we're talking about chopping this. But don't you think the president could come out and say, no, we're going to keep this in place? And should he?
Yeah, absolutely. The first thing out of the White House today should have been, this is ridiculous. We don't support this. And then bridge immediately to what this administration has done for veterans, the reforms at the VA, which were not accomplished under the Obama administration, where people were waiting and dying, waiting for service, and what he has done to help strengthen our military.
Yeah.
This is an opportunity to talk about the president's record, not just beyond defense, on defense on this, and allow an entire day's worth of news to be taken up with this story.
Yeah, that's assuming it doesn't go beyond that. If they really do cut off the funding and it really does go away, I don't think it looks good. And like you said, this is really an area the president could win the argument over Obama, who I will always say gave away the Middle East. And you see that we have more strength there now than we have in many, many years. You're on again tomorrow, Tom, on your show. What do you have? Do you know what you're going to be talking about?
Yeah, we've got Alyssa Farrow, the White House communications director, is going to lead us off. We have former New York Governor George Pataki is going to talk about Bill de Blasio and Andrew Cuomo going off the deep end this week, as you saw. We've got David Horowitz, and our Patriot of the Week are going to be the U.S. Marshals guys who were involved in Operation Not Forgotten. So, and on a whole lot more. We've got 3 hours of show, and it's really going to be terrific. So please check it out.
All right, will do. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
Have a great show tomorrow. And folks, don't forget, you can catch Tom tomorrow on America Right Now, starting at 12 p.m. Eastern, right here on Newsmax.